logs and hungry, I spend every Sunday just living good. Might do a little fishing, a little hunting on the weekend. With a bow I'll be sneaking back in the woods. A little bit crazy, every now and then maybe. Like to kick off my boots and get lazy, but I'm living good, yeah. Hey, I'm living good. Just a redneck Robin Hood. Hey, I'm living good. Back in the woods. Less than a mile or so to the end of the dirt road, there's a place us country folk go to have a good time, yeah. Keg of beer and a bonfire, locking hubs on a mud tire, jumping rabbits through the barbed wire by the moonshine still. Down by the river bend, living life like it should have been, praying these days won't ever end, 'cause we're living good, yeah. Hey, we're living good. A bunch of redneck Robin Hoods. Bunch of redneck Robin Hoods. Hey, we're living good.
Well, you join us from a very wet woodlands, but brought down the old log splitter, and some of this oak is absolutely solid. It's like hitting concrete with a sledgehammer, but managed to split it all up. It's not a wood for beginners to try and split. Trust me, I've had to stop a couple of times, and I've even had the log splitter bounce off. And yeah, but we managed to get a load of wood split in the lean-to now, so that'll last for winter camps. It just means that we're not rushing around trying to find logs, because obviously the evenings are darker and you need a lot more wood. This also acts as one of our bug out locations if anything toward should ever happen. We're kind of set up quite nicely here. You know, the world is our oyster here, really. We've got running water, we've got plenty of wood, and there's plenty of wildlife, so we've and foraging opportunities, so it kind of is a really good location. Using the log splitter, no problems with it. It's performed really well. I mean, it performed a little bit better than I thought it would have. There's no chipping or nothing. Yeah, nice solid bit of kit, and really impressed for the money. It was absolutely fine. I always opt to go with wooden handles on most of my outdoor tools, because I just think I can replace them if I need to. You know, I can rehandle this if I have to later on down the line, and I think it just extends the tool's life, or you having the tool, really. You know, one of them once time purchases kind of deal. You know, with the Friskas and all that I looked at, you know, you break the handle, that's it. The tool's pretty well much wasted, unless you know someone who can re-fiberglass or whatever they use for it to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of dinner, cup of tea. Got my full Raven pack. Gonna have a cup of tea, and got some mac and cheese for dinner. And then we've I've got some I split some oak, and it's split in nice squares, and it's quite well seasoned. And what I normally do with this is I split it down really thin, and then I just cube it up. So when I'm using my bush box, I can just stick cubes in there, and yeah, it just burns really well. So, and it gives you a nice coal. So if you're cooking meat and stuff on the bush box or any of the stoves, the little cubes that you get from that are brilliant. Just a little tip for you. So yeah, I'm gonna get on and get the kettle on. Well, for today's dinner we have Wayfair mac and cheese. Not had this one, so don't even know whether it's going to be edible. I've got a really good supply of these, and I don't mind bringing them. I don't like dehydrated food. But actually, that is pretty damn good. Yeah. Mac and cheese, definitely a 6 out of 10. Maybe even a 7. So I'm going to sit down and enjoy this. I'm going to cube up some bits, and coffee is made. Coffee, dinner, campfire, or base campfire going. What else could you want, eh? What a beautiful place to sit down and have a spot of lunch. I'm going to enjoy this now. So I'm just having a stroll through my through the woods here, and I'm hoping there's no trees down. Of course, we had the tail end of them storms, and we got one here, this big one, come over last winter, and he'll be an absolute pig to get out of there. So as you can see, it's right down into quite a steep bank, and even pulling him out into the field will be pretty impossible. So some things are just better off to be left where they have fallen. And yeah, the beautiful woodlands. Old track up through here where they used to do some BMX fast bikes and all types of stuff. But beautiful woodland. There's quite a lot of dead stuff in here, and I'm going to have to try in the winter, once this bramble backs off a little bit, try and get in some areas. A lot of hazel on the bottom hedge, and down here, down there, and it just needs laying over a little bit. Of course, I'll keep some stuff because obviously I'm teaching bushcraft again now. Recently I've done a talk up at the bug out, went down really well, so hopefully we can get some more talks in like that. And I've been asked to obviously go and do a few other courses for other people. So, but for me, this is just heaven on earth. It's very peaceful here, very quiet. You do get the odd helicopter, military helicopter, and this was a clear path, believe it or not, in the summer, and we cut it back a little bit, and the woods has just taken over. What is a good thing is it tells me that the woodland's quite healthy and it's getting a lot of light, so that's a good sign that we're doing things right. We've got a lot of undergrowth, and of course a lot of animals love this kind of thick bracken undergrowth. Got a lot of pigeons flying out here now, and it tells you that the woods is getting enough light. The only downside with that is it could affect the bluebell coverage, that we normally get a beautiful bluebell coverage, normally up over the other bank, and but this bramble's starting to take over a bit, so take a hard line with that and start cutting it and trimming it back with blades later on in the year. So yeah. But after the tail end of them storms, I think we've survived pretty well much the onslaught of them winds. The sun up behind me, isn't it beautiful? The rays coming through. Wow. This is what it's all about. Look at that. Of course, it was heavy rain this morning, heavy rain the last couple of days, so the woodland is starting to dry out. Got an ash tree up there. They're full of King Alfred's cakes. I'll let them go for a minute. But yeah, beautiful. I've got my eye, I can see a load of rooks coming in on the field opposite. I'm not sure what they're after because it's not a lot left in it. But they're probably feeding on small bugs and stuff, so yeah. A lot of materials here I can use for building projects down at base camp. And there we go, look, we've got a helicopter, I think. Is it a helicopter? Yeah. We get the helicopter, it's the air ambulance, I think, that one. Flying back over. On this flight trail back to where he's based down in Cornwall. So yeah, beautiful. But I don't know what we're going to do next. You can see all these young trees starting to grow. I coppiced out a load of that and try and get them to grow a bit straighter than that. But winter projects, that is, I like doing it in the winter because it just means that you're not cutting your legs to pieces on brambles, and get the blade in there and the blade cuts it all right then. And yeah, so that's a little walk through the woodlands. I have got my eye on some really nice willow down there. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to try and replant it. Willow's a great one. Willow's a resource that you use a lot of, you know. It's wonderful, and of course the bark contains aspirin. So yeah, definitely going to be looking at the big old dead tree down there. And many years ago, it was around there, I set up my hammock setup by the river, and it was quite nice until the hornets started to move in next to me. So I promptly decided that they had more right to be there than me, so I moved my camp. I didn't expect them to move for me. And I wasn't going to argue with them because they were very nice. They let me pack my gear in a very controlled fashion and get out of there. But yeah, and down here is our water source and river that runs through, so that's quite nice. But what a location. Ash tree there, dead. Let it drop, then sort it out. It doesn't pose any problems to us. If anything, I've noticed with all these ash trees, the old woodpeckers are loving them at the moment. The woodpeckers are going howled with dozen on them. But, so yeah, just a little walk through the woods. Remember what I was saying about these small blocks, and this is kind of what you're after. They just make great for your firebox stoves. So it's a lot easier at home if you've got a bandsaw to whip through it. But I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way, which obviously is this, you know, the old saw hands or silky big boy, It's absolute fantastic piece of kit. This saw is brilliant. When it comes to the smaller version of this, I'd go for the Laplander any day, because I've just gone through so many blades with the Pocket Boy. I'm going to go back to using a Laplander, I think, because I had my blade on that for years, never broke. I find with the Silkies, the teeth just are brittle and they just snap. So yeah, one to watch for. I haven't had no trouble with the Outback, which is what this is. This seems quite robust, but the other Silky, definitely go back to using a Laplander. Laplander saw. Best bit of kit I think there is for small woodland tasks. So yeah, just another little trick for the guys that like their little tiny wood burning stoves. Just take some cubes, or if you're going to use it, cube up your wood, one good feather stick, drop it in there, a few of these, split them up a little bit more with your knife, and brilliant bit of kit. And like I say, I cook meat and everything on mine. Brilliant. Well, there she is, Sam Outdoors. Sam, say hi.
Hi.
And what have you got for your dinner?
So I've cooked some broccoli, some leeks and some curry noodles today, and put a bit of sausage in there as well. So that's nearly ready now, and good to be cooking on the open fire because it saves on the gas and it puts my pot stand to the test from last time we were in the woods.
Yeah, still going well, isn't it?
Still going really well.
I think if you look after it, it'll last you a season before you need to build another one.
Absolutely. It's doing really well today. Let's have a look.
What projects have you been up to?
Well, I haven't really. Just a bit of chopping up some wood. I did some, took some shavings off some fat wood earlier so that I've got some more in my fire lighting kit for next time. And just basically kept the fire going.
Just doing a bit of prep work.
Bit of prep work and a bit of a chill day off.
Yeah, don't blame you. Well, we'll let you enjoy your
There we go.
your lunch. Ooh,
See?
yeah, looks
Looking
nice.
good.
Look good, looks really good. All part of your new eating healthy.
Healthy regime.
Healthy regime.
In
Yeah.
preparation for some climbing up mountains in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, won't be long. Won't be long. But yeah, we'll let you enjoy your dinner in peace.
Thank you.
So yeah, water purification is a question that I did get asked, and I'm just using the Aqua Pure Traveller. It's what the NATO forces use now. It does all the nasties. It's even chemicals. It pretty well much does everything. There's the filter, and I got it from the bug out. Really well stocked with loads of bits and bobs and stuff like that. I had this sent down. I kind of had it the next day, so can't fault the ordering when you order something. The flow rate is phenomenal on it. It's so easy, and I can see why everyone raves about it. It's just like a bite top. You can drink from it. Really easy, and weighs nothing. Great bit of kit, and I'll leave the links to the bug out. I think it's one of the best prepper shops, kind of outdoor gear shops at the moment, probably in the UK, that is stocking up with some really good products, like really good products. So I'll leave the links to the bug out. Just go and check out what they've got there, and if not, you can always email Lee at the bug out, and I'm sure he'll have an idea whether he can even get the stuff that you want. But that's what I'm using, and I'm really pleased with it. You know, they're not expensive, 40-50 pounds, something like that. God knows how many litres it'll do, but once it's finished, it'll just stop purifying your water. Absolutely brilliant. So it means that I can literally take water straight out the river here without having to carry in tons of water, and just and then I carry a couple of the NATO bottles that I've got, the Osprey NATOs, and I just fill them up and job done. Yeah, so it means that water is no longer an issue. So yeah, but I'll leave links to the bug out, and that's where I got mine from. Very good. Like I say, next day delivery. I think it turned up pretty quick, so brilliant, can't fault it. But the old wind's picking up now, you see the trees rattling. But, it's still a nice day at the moment. We've got some stormy weather coming tomorrow. It's supposed to be horrendous, so we're trying to just get all our prepping jobs done here, so the next time we come out, we can just come out, sit down, kick off it, and maybe do some carving. I'm going to start doing a couple of traps and just show them on the channel, primitive traps, you know, how to carve them, and just have a mess around with some bits and bobs. That's the old saying, isn't it? Bits and bobs. But yeah, I'll leave links to the bug out. You've probably all heard of it anyway, but I think it's probably one of the best prepping shops in the UK at the moment. So guys, it's time to wrap up this video. Just sat here now watching the embers die down on the fire. Bug out location, our main camping area, so it's got a dual purpose. Got running water here. Now we've got a store full of logs split up, pretty well much ready for anything. Mapped out the land here, plenty of wild edibles to eat, perfect bug out location, and I feel better now that there's another one done and ready for us if we ever need it. It's alright sat at home watching these Hollywood preppers doing their videos and their streams and all types of other shit, preaching the same old shit we already know, but you've got to get out in the field and do it yourself. Get ready, be prepared for anything that's thrown in your way. Like I say, you ain't going to learn nothing sat at home watching videos. You'll get a rough idea, but to be fair, this is the way forward. Dirt time is really, really important. So yeah, that's it from me. Out in the field, like I say, Hollywood preppers, be cautious of, and get yourselves out wherever you can, learn new skills, gain some knowledge, and you'll be a long way in your prepping or being prepared life. So that's my biggest advice to you. So thanks for joining me on this video. Don't forget, stay sharp, and I'll see you all on the next one.